Hey guys, this is live Stace Dawn Storytime part 6. Please bear with me. This is going to be a hard one for me. It's one of my biggest struggles, even to this day, and it cuts deep when I talk about it, so I do apologise. Obviously, I'd just been 9 and I'd had the responsibility of choosing which household I wanted to live in and the pressure being put on me by social services and those around me. That decision should have never lied with me. I was 9 years old, I can't carry the responsibility of that. And people need to be aware of that as well. Like, children shouldn't be getting caught up in a tug of war against adults, because it's us as children that are left struggling and being hurt, and it's not okay. Like, our lives aren't games. Anyway, a couple of court cases have happened and I was now 10, and it'd been awarded that I was to go back and live with my mum on a temporary trial basis of 2 weeks. Anyway, I remember the night before, my foster dad was putting some of my stuff in the car. It weren't all my belongings, it was just some of them and whatnot, a few of my toys and that, a few of my books, because I didn't go anywhere without my books, my football books especially. I just remember watching him carry my stuff out of the house, and I just wanted it to stop. I didn't want him to put any more stuff in that car, but he wouldn't, And when I look back now, it was beyond the control, do you know what I mean? But anyway, so I tried spending time with him the night before, and then in the morning, like, I got up early because it was said that I had to go for 11 o'clock, and I got up and I thought, like, if I'll go make my breakfast and I'll wash my bowl, because they might not want me to leave. Like, again, I knew it wasn't them, but in my head I just wanted to do what I could to not have to leave. And I never really did anything, so my foster parents, they did all my clothes, my meals. They, like, obviously I tidy up my toys up after myself, but they tidy up after themselves. Like, I didn't really have to do much, even like personal care. They'd do my hair, they'd bath me, like little things like that, like, they was really, really attentive with my care. So me getting up, making my own cereal and washing my bowl, to me was a big thing, and I ate it. And I washed my bowl and I was, like, proper proud of myself. And I thought, they're going to tell me that they don't want me to leave. Anyway, it got to like 10:15, and I remember my foster mum saying, "Oh, you forgot to put these in the car." So my foster dad put some more stuff in the car, and it was about time to set off. And as I was about to leave, my foster mum got on the floor on her knees, and she literally just wrapped her arms around me, and she told me that their house will always be my home. And obviously I was crying and she was crying. It just hurt so bad. Anyway, she let go of me, and you kind of just know nothing's going to be the same, and I left and I got in my foster dad's car. All the way driving to my mum's, I just looked out the window. I had so much to say, but I didn't have the emotional capacity to voice what I wanted to say. And and then I remember pulling up outside and my mum's boyfriend was outside playing football. And my foster dad started unloading the car and passing him my stuff, and he'd take it into the house. And then once the car was emptied, I looked, my foster dad just got in the car and drove off. And that was like that, do you know what I mean? And I know it was always supposed to be for 2 weeks. And I've gone upstairs in the house with my mum's, and they'd done my bedroom for me, my mum and my nana. They did it like lemon and lime, and it was actually really nice. And my stuff had been put upstairs and whatnot, and I just closed my bedroom door, you know, when you just go somewhere, it just don't feel like home. That's what it felt like. And I had the boxes on the bed, and I remember starting to pull my books out, and my books just didn't look right anywhere. There was always above my bed on a shelf, and that's where my books was. And there was none of that there. And I know each place is different, but it was too much change. And it was just so hard to adjust to it. And I remember just literally putting my books off my bed and putting my David Beckham book on the side of like, it was a bedside unit. And I just put that on there. And I just got in bed and just went to sleep because I didn't know what to actually do. And there was nowhere you could turn because I didn't want to be there. And all of the way that my mum's boyfriend was with me as well. And there was no way of just shouting my foster parents, you know, because I didn't have a phone or anything. It was just, I can't even begin to explain how empty, how numb, how isolated, how abandoned I felt that day. And even now, like, it's just left me with so much struggles. And no one actually was thinking how that was for me, you know. And I just struggled to understand how no one could see how hurting I was. But that's story time part 6. Part 7 will be next. And thank you guys for listening.